band, John MacLennan here, and in this video you're going to learn how to play Are You Lonesome Tonight as recorded by Elvis Presley on guitar. Now this song is one section. There's only one section that you need to know, and it's the verse, and it just goes over and over. Basically, you go through it once with Elvis singing, and then you go through it again where he's just doing his speech and talking over the chord progression, and then he comes back in and just repeats the very last line for what's called a tag or an ending. I'm going to break it all down for you step by step so you can get playing just like the recording today. But before we jump in, if you're new here, I want to hook you up with a gift right away. I put together this awesome fretboard guide that's going to show you the 5 must-know chords and scales to play in any style, anywhere on the neck. And this is a system that I use for basically mapping out the fretboard. And a lot of the chords that we're going to cover in today's lesson are actually on this page because it connects in with this system. And I want to give it to you completely for free. Just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below. All right, well, with that said, let's break down this tune. Let's break down how to play Are You Lonesome Tonight as recorded by Elvis Presley on guitar. Now, this song kicks off with a little bass walk-up done on acoustic guitar, and we're going to play a 4-bar intro. Now, this intro is actually the last 4 bars of the verse, which we're going to learn. Here's how it starts. 1 and 2. Then Elvis comes in with the verse right there, Are You Lonesome Tonight? So what I did was start on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And we're going to play that note, then go to open 4th string, then the 2nd fret. So you go. Then you play the open D string, and we're going to go to a D minor chord. So this is a little walking bass that lands us on this D minor. Now, with my strum hand over here, I'm playing this finger style, so I'll pick those bass notes just with my thumb, and then I'm going to strum using a down-up motion. I'm going to go down with my thumb and then up with the index. Now, this song is in a 3/4 time signature. We're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. I'm just going back and forth. I think it sounds really good to play this just without a pick. Now you could play it with a pick if that's more comfortable for you, but it's going to sound a little bit more just intimate and more ballady by just playing with the fingers. So we're going to do that walk up and go to D minor. Now here this shape is open 2 3 1. 1 2 and 3, and then we'll go to G7, 1 and 2 and 3, and then to C. So for G7 I'm playing all 6 strings, 3 2 open 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 1. And then for C I'm going to shift over to 3 2 open 1 open. That's from the 5th string down. Back to G7. So all together the intro goes walk up, D minor, G7, C, G7. So you could do this in every measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and just keep that going. That's our main strumming pattern. Now sometimes the guitar player does play like kind of arpeggiate the chords a little bit, like just dragging. I would do that with a thumb, 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 index, thumb, index. So 1 and 2 and 3 and then we start the verse. Are you lonesome tonight? Here's the first 8 bars. So I started out on a C, 1 and 2 and 3, and then go to E minor. That's going to be all 6 strings, open, 2, 2, open, open, open. Then we'll bring those fingers down one string and play from 5 down, open, 2, 2, add your index, 1, open. That's gonna be an A minor. And we'll stay here for 2 bars. Then we'll go back to C. Then add your pinky to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string for C7. Then we'll go to an F. Now for F, you can play any F that's comfortable for you. You could do this one, or even little F like this. That'll sound good. Or bar F or thumb F. Basically, I'm playing 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. So just pick one and then stick with that for now. So all together, we got C, E minor, A minor, A minor, C, C7, F, F. That's the first 8 bars. And my strum hand is gonna just continue nonstop throughout this song. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... From there, we go to G7 for 6 bars. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go back to C for 2. All right, that's the next 8 bars. So we put that together with the first part of the verse. Then from there, we're gonna play okay, what I played here was a C7, 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Then go to F for 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3. Now here we've got a little change here. Love this part. This goes to a D major chord. So that's gonna be like our D minor. We're just gonna bring that note on the 1st fret up to the 2nd fret. So it's gonna be played from 4 down, open, 2, 3, 2. We'll play that for 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Then we'll go to D minor to G7. Okay, so I'll play those 8 bars again. 1 and 2 and 3 and C7, F to D major, then D minor, G7. All right, then we've got the last 8 bars, and those go like this. This is like our intro right here. And then we're back to the top of the verse. So what I played was C for a bar, E minor for a bar, then D for 2 bars. Then we finish with just D minor, G7, C, G7, 1 bar each. So that's gonna sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and D. D minor, G7, C, G7. Then we go back to the verse. Now we play everything again, but here Elvis is just talking over this part. And then we come back in and we tag the last 8 bars. So we come back in to C, E minor, then D, D minor, G7, and then we end on C. All right, so let's put it all together. We're gonna play the intro. We're gonna play the entire verse, and then we'll do that little tag for the ending. we're gonna start on the and of 2. We're gonna count 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. There's with that little bass pickup. Get set, and I'll count you in. 1 and 2. To the verse, are you lonesome tonight? G7 for 6 bars, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to C. To C7, F, to D, D minor, G, and the last line, C, E minor, D, D minor, G7, C, G7, Elvis stops talking, comes back to singing, we do the tag, C, E minor, D, D minor, G7, and on C. Remember that you could just use a pick with this, or you could use your fingers, but using your fingers just gets this really cool warm tone to it, and it makes you feel almost more like a guitar player because you're actually playing the strings versus just using a pick. But either way, you want to know how to do both. So I do both. I use a pick a lot, and I use my fingers. It all depends on what I'm playing. So rewind the video and go over any parts that are unclear, and then when you're ready, try and strum this along with the actual song. Just put on the recording. You can go on YouTube or whatever you use to play music and play your guitar along with the recording. And to help you even more, be sure to pick up my ultimate fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is going to show you the must-know 5 chords and scales. And I use these to basically map out the entire fretboard. And this works for any style, and you'll be able to do this in any key. So it's really a huge resource, and I was able to just put it all on one page. It's just a single page that you can print out and keep on your desktop or on your music stand as you're putting all this stuff together. So grab your copy completely for free. Just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below. Next, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment and let me know what's your #1 struggle with guitar right now. Just comment it down below so I can make some future videos helping you out more here on the channel. As always, thanks for your support with the videos, and we'll catch you in another one real soon.